Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for this week I am doing my absolute die-hard favourite products for the past couple of months. So if you guys want to see what my favourite products are, then keep on watching. So there's a few skincare products that I'm going to get started on.
The first one is the Napoleon Milk Cleanser. This one can be used dry with cotton pads or wet with warm water in the shower. One of the #1 ingredients in this is organic donkey's milk, which is really rich in immunoglobulin, which helps the human body from bacterial infections, which is amazing to be using on your skin, especially on a daily basis.
If you've got super dry skin, what you can also do is put a thin layer over your whole face and use it as a bit of a mask or a treatment. Leave it on for a few hours while you watch a movie and then wash it off and your skin will feel like a baby's bum. I've had a lot of friends lately commenting on how my skin is looking really good, and I tell everyone that they need to buy this because it truly works. My next skincare product that I think I would die without this is the Estee Lauder Revitalize the Cream Global Anti-Aging Cream. It looks like this. So this one here, I use this only at night time. So after I've jumped out of the shower and I've cleansed my skin, I go in and I pop this on. So this is like my serum, this is like my moisturizer, and this is like my night cream, all rolled into one. So this is the only thing that I put on my outside perimeters of my face to sleep in. It is insanely smooth, and I don't think it's lightweight. I think it's kind of like you can feel it working, and that's kind of what I like. It's just super soft and kind of like thick in a way, I guess you could say, but it's not heavy. It smells amazing. I don't put this near my eye area. I just pat it. I like to dab my Estee Lauder night cream around my face like this. The next product is the Napoleon Curtis Supreme Eye Cream. It looks like this. This stuff has seriously changed my under eyes. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I used to be really sunken and tired under my eyes, and I hated it. I felt like I always looked like I hadn't slept at all. So with this stuff, I use it at night. I just get my ring finger and I dab it around this area of my eyes. It's plumped my under eyes, reduced the appearance of fine lines, and it's so much smoother and more hydrated under there, so that's an absolute must-have. Moving on to one of my favorite primers at the moment, it's the Napoleon Curtis Brightening Primer. This one here seriously makes your skin look so bright and radiant. I'm gonna pop some on my hand so you guys can see. This is one of 2 in the range. I just put so much on and wasted it. I'm not wasting it if I'm showing you guys, right? This comes in a range with the brightening primer, which is this one, and a calming and correcting primer. And the calming and correcting one is green to counteract with redness. But this one is if your skin is just looking really dull and it just needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. They say that you only need to use it like on the high points of your face where your skin's looking a bit dry, but I use it all over because I feel like it just makes my skin look super bright and glowy. A brightening primer? Really? Yeah, Rachel. Bright and glowy and radiant and healthy, and I love that look at the moment. Okay, so this is the Autopilot Napoleon Lip Service. Ask any of my friends, I am addicted to this. It is like a treatment for your lips and like a lip balm. It's got menthol and vitamin E in it, so it's soothing and hydrating for the lips. It does give a little bit of a plumping, tingling kind of feeling. Some people don't like that, but I love that. And it does have a glossy finish, and I apply it before bed every night and probably 2 or 3 times during the day. All day, every day. Okay, so the next product I'm going to talk about is a concealer, and I've heard all the rave over YouTube about this, and finally when I was in Melbourne on the weekend, I lashed out and bought it. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eyes Concealer. The shade in this one is neutral medium, and I'm wearing it today, and oh my god, the coverage is like, holy shit, it is so thick. I felt like I was gonna pop the tube when I was squeezing it out, like it's that thick. I popped the tiniest amount onto my hand, and then I use my ring finger just to dab it in my under eyes. The coverage of it is insane. I love it. I feel so fresh when I wear it, and I feel like I'm gonna love it for a long time. Like, you know when you use something a few times and you're like, this is here to stay, you know what I mean? Gelling. So now I'm going into what I use to set that, and this is the MERCIER Secret Translucent Brightening Powder. It's not really a surprise to you guys that I'm mentioning this because I die for this product. I don't like setting my under eyes with anything else. I'm like, do I have to? You're gonna ruin my day if you make me use that other powder. So this is what I love. It is number 1. I think it comes in 1 and 2, so this is number 1. And just you can use it for baking as well, but I don't bake. I mean, I've never been one to be in the kitchen. Now, my favorite bronzer of all time is Pauline Curtis Matte Bronzer. This bronzer seriously gives me life because it's not too dark. I love this bronzer because you can use it to warm up your entire face, and then if you really want to contour with it, you can just keep building up and building up. This bronzer will not go patchy. That's the thing I love about it, and you can't go overboard, so you're not going to have like a bronzer helmet or like patch town cheeks because it's super subtle. If you are really tanned, it may be too light for your skin to use as a bronzer to warm you up, but I would still use it for your cheeks with a bit of color because it's just super beautiful and it just makes me look really healthy. It's matte, so there's no shimmer in it. Now I'm going to talk about my Die Hard favorite highlight combination at the Mo. And as you all know, BECCA Champagne Pop, like, come on, it's seriously like one of the best highlighters I've ever used. It's super glowy, super amazing. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today and I wear it in almost all of my videos. But I find that sometimes I want more. I embrace it. So what I've been doing lately is getting a cream highlight. Warning, this is discontinued, this product. So sorry about it, but I'm just using it as an example. This is one of the promotional sticks that they have at Napoleon with a free gift. So I'm doing a cream highlight first on my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, above my lip and on my chin. And then I go in with Champagne Pop over the top. And I find that layering a highlight with a cream one first and then a powder, it's going to set better and it's just going to be more obvious. So any cream highlighter that you've got, do your whole makeup and then you can go with a bit of a cream highlight and then you can go with your powder highlight over the top too. Anywho, moving along to Essence Brow Stylist Kit. So that's this one here. It comes with brushes and stuff in it, but I don't use those. So you're looking at basically 2 powders. You've got your darker one and your lighter one. This one retails for $3.75. WTF, how amazing. And I use this after I've penciled in my brows. So I go in with a really, really defined pencil, the Napoleon pencil, because it's got a really fine tip on it. The Anastasia Brow Wiz is something that's really similar. So I go in and sculpt and carve out my brows to make them nice and defined. And then I kind of use my Essence Brow Duo to amp it up and take it to the next level. I use a angle brush to apply it. And I do like to use the darker color in this palette on the outside, and then I blend it into the lighter one on the inside. I was hesitant about showing you guys this because I've only swatched it twice and I've only used it once, which was today on my eyes. But you know when you use something for the first time and you're like, this is here to stay, it's in my life, it's meant to be, it's kind of like you've met your lifelong partner. That's how I felt when I used this, well, when I saw this product, but then when I used it, I was like, shut the front door. This is the STILA Eyes of the Window eyeshadow palette. Do you die? Seriously. How amazing are these colors? I'm obsessed with these 6 here, but then I'm like, oh, I'm pretty obsessed with this one and these 2 there as well. So really, I mean, it's like I found my newborn baby. I am wearing this on my eyes today. I've created like a really nice brown smoky eye with a wing liner, and I just love this palette. The eyeshadows are so freaking creamy and buttery and pigmented, it's redonkulous. I'm going to show you some of the colors. I'm going to swatch this one straight onto my hand, and then I'm going to show you this one. I could create so many different eye looks with this palette. Cool tones, warm tones, there's blacks, there's your nude kind of colors, so you could do anything with this palette. And once again, that's the Eyes of the Window in the color Soul. Let me go clean my hand. I just want to show you guys before I take it off that brightening primer, how it kind of sets with a really pearlescent, pinky kind of undertone. Since I've been using this primer, I've had a lot of people ask me what foundation I'm wearing, and I think it's because it looks a bit pearly and glowy. But even if you go in with a matte foundation over the top, like Napoleon China Doll or Estee Lauder Double Wear, your skin's not going to look dry and dull and crepey. It's going to look super amazing with this guy. So the next one is the Loving Tan. This is what I use every time I put a tan on. I used to go and pay to get spray tans done, but then I tried this and it looks so professional, so smooth and no patches. And it goes on like quite a reddish burgundy color, and when you're rubbing it in, you're like, what the hell, my skin is going to be so patchy and so red. But once you leave it up for 2 hours and jump in the shower, you seriously see like the patches just like running off your skin down the drain, and then you get out, dry yourself, and it's ready to go. When using this, I put disposable gloves on, and then I kind of just go hell for leather. And then I'll take my gloves off, rinse my hands once I've done my entire body, and then I'll use this Morphe brush in MB39, and I'll do a pump onto the brush, and then I'll use the brush to do these areas here. Get all up in the mirror, making sure that I don't go onto this palm of my hand, because nobody wants to see orange palms. Okay, so one more product that is not necessarily a makeup product, but I guess it's kind of beauty related, is using a hair tie, a shoelace around your ponytail and wrapping it around, because I think it's such a cute kind of look. Everyone's got black shoelaces in their house. So what I do is I slicked my hair and put it into a hair tie. FYI, that's called a ponytail. And I get my shoelace and I link it under, twist it at the top, link it around, twist it at the bottom, link it around, and then I keep doing that, and then I'm working my way down the shaft of the ponytail. It would probably look better if I straightened it, because then it wouldn't be like a cracked whip at the end. But anywho, I think it looks really cute, so you guys should try it if you like it. And I think it's because I've got a bit of a choker. I've got a choker on, so I think it kind of goes. And then at the end, I just tied a little knot. So yeah, there's all my secrets. If you guys would like to see how I created this makeup look, let me know, because I'm more than happy to create it for you within the next couple of videos. I could totally make that happen. If you feel like there's any questions that I haven't answered or didn't explain very well, please leave it down in the comments. I tend to talk a million words an hour, and half the time I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. So leave it down in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you ASAP. And that brings me to the end of this week's video. I hope you guys loved it, and I will see you next Friday night. Bye.